Welcome back to San Antonio Living. You know, the smell of apples baking in the kitchen is one of my favorite smells. And it's fall, and fall means apples. So Mary Martini is here from Central Market with a delicious apple cake recipe. Yes. I like that. It's not an apple pie, nope. It's an apple cake.
And this is my husband's favorite.
Really?
Yeah, it'll be gone in 2 days if I make one.
I love it. All right, well, this is going to be important then. So how do we get started on this?
Okay, well, let's get our dry ingredients together. Okay, and so for this, I'm going to use some all-purpose flour.
Okay.
And then some cake flour.
What's cake flour?
Now, cake flour is a little bit different, and we use it to make cakes nice and light and have a nice crumb to it, airy. So it's got less protein than all-purpose flour. It's got less gluten. It still has gluten, but it's just there. You need the all-purpose to give it some structure.
Okay.
But
so regular flour, cake flour, and then what else goes in?
In it, we're going to put a little bit of baking soda.
Okay.
Some apple pie spice.
That smells good.
I love that. You could just use cinnamon if you'd like.
Okay.
And then a little bit of salt. Anytime we do something sweet, we always add a little bit of salt to bring out the flavors of the pumpkin pie spice and actually the sugar too.
Okay, so just whisk that all together.
So that's together.
Okay, and then over here we've got our wet ingredients.
Correct.
Beginning with the butter.
Okay,
Is it soft?
It's soft.
Okay.
It's
at room otherwise we're going to be here for a long time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Hopefully
so give it a little.
And then we're going to add our sugar.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll be okay there.
All right.
And once that gets nice and light and fluffy, it's going to take about 3 minutes. We probably won't have the time to do that.
Okay.
We'll drop in our eggs one at a time.
One at a time?
One at a time.
Okay.
This helps to incorporate it a little bit better, a little bit quicker. And I'm going to put the other egg in there. There you go. Okay. And again, this is going to take a good 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
If you feel like waiting that long, we can do that. Otherwise,
nope.
I have. Okay.
Because I know you're fancy like that.
And the last thing we're going to do is add a little bit of vanilla to that.
So this is our mixture. It should look like this when it's all whisked up, nice and good.
Yes.
Pour your vanilla in there.
And you can whisk that together.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to add our flour.
All right.
You could either beat the flour in, but don't beat it too long because the gluten in the flour is going to add some structure and actually, stiffen up the cake a little bit.
All right.
Okay. So once that's in and incorporated nicely.
Okay.
I'm making you do all the work.
Hey, that's fine. But let's talk about the apples while I'm doing this because I know you use a particular kind of apple for a reason.
Well, not really.
Really? I can use whatever?
Yes. And the thing about this, it would be nice if you used a couple of different apples.
Okay.
This way, some of them they cook at different speeds. Some will be nice and soft. Some will stay a little bit crisp. So don't be afraid to use different apples.
It's like an apple medley.
You know I use Granny Smiths on the air because I can cut them up ahead and they don't brown.
Okay.
So that's one nice thing.
All right.
Okay, so it's almost going to look like there is not enough batter for
it
all
does.
the apples
I know. I'm like, is that enough for a cake?
Yep, it is.
Okay.
It is. So we're going to put a bunch of apples.
Okay.
We're going to put some pecans in there, if you'd like pecans, and then some raisins. And I've got a medley of 3 different kinds of raisins, which I kind of like.
Okay.
And they're huge. I'm going to put those
This is like fall in a bowl right
It's
here.
everything.
Yeah.
And if for some reason you don't want the raisins or the nuts in there, keep them out.
Okay.
Okay. So it looks like there's not enough batter, but trust me.
Okay.
It comes out absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so it's all stirred together.
It's all stirred together. So we have our baking pan.
All right.
And our baking pan, what we need to do is actually butter and flour it.
Okay.
And that helps prevent it from sticking. It'll just fall out if you'll do
So
this.
take a stick of butter, rub it around, and then use your hand and kind of get even on the sides, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All the way through. And then you'll shake out the excess.
Okay.
Probably shake it out into here.
Okay.
Yeah, just tap out that excess. Perfect.
Good deal.
Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to spoon your batter in there.
Okay.
And flatten it out as much as you can.
All right.
We'll put this in a 350-degree oven. It really takes a good 50 to 55 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on your oven temperature. Everyone's temperature is a little different.
Does this recipe have a background? How'd you come up with it? Does it come from anywhere?
This is like 3 or 4 recipes stuck together. But I've been
combined together?
I've been making it for a long time, so it's
Do you
it's one of those
do you serve it as a dessert, or I feel like breakfast is happening right here?
This is breakfast.
Okay.
This is dessert. This is snacks.
It's
after
all those
work.
things?
It's everything.
So into the oven at what?
350.
When it comes out, take a look at the finished product because it's absolutely beautiful. It is a solid cake. It stands up really nice. You dusted a little powdered sugar on the top.
A little bit of powdered sugar.
Just for a little fanciness.
Yeah, just to
Look at how cute that is. I love that.
But anyway, apples, apple a day, please.
I love it. It's beautiful.
They're so healthy for you.
When you cut a piece out, it looks absolutely beautiful on the inside. This would make a great, housewarming present if you're going to like a fall party or even Thanksgiving. Right. So put that on the list as the recipe. Lots of great apples in season right now. You can find all of the different varieties, of course, at Central Market. Thank you, Mary. Looks good. All right, guys, let me tell you where you can find Mary. Mary is with the Central Market Cooking School. They're out of Central Market. They've got a lot of great classes that you can take. You can find out more by checking centralmarket.com or calling the number on your screen. It's 368-8600. All right, up next, it's not